Thank you for serving as an on-site supervisor for our intern in school administration. My name is Sam Smith and I direct the school administration licensure program here at Liberty University. The purpose of this video is just to do a brief overview of the key points of the internship. You can get more information if you'd like more detailed information at www.liberty.edu/advisingguide. When you go to that page, click on licensure information and then click on student teaching/internship. Everything you'd ever want to know about the internship is there, but we'll hit the key points in this video. As you can see here, this is a course. The student is enrolled in EDUC 699 Section 1, and while the student is doing the internship, there are also some online activities, discussion boards to submit, and some assignments. One of the requirements for this internship is that there be 5 settings: elementary, middle, high school, district office, and agency. The one that we receive the most questions about is the agency setting. This needs to be a non-school entity, not the State Department of Education, not the district, and not the local school. It can be a government agency such as Child Protective Services, Health and Human Services, or the criminal justice system. It can be a private agency such as the YMCA that provides an after-school program, a tutorial service, or a counseling agency that your school refers parents to. If you have questions about what agency would be best, contact the faculty representative, discuss this with the intern, and the intern can connect you with the faculty representative. There are no minimum hours in any of these 5 settings, as long as it's a meaningful experience and as long as the total number of hours are met, which we'll discuss in this next box here that says requirements. There are 320 cumulative hours required. Of those, 120 may already be completed through early field experiences that were course embedded. So the internship itself must be a minimum of 200 hours. But the 200 plus the early field experiences must add up to a cumulative number of 320 hours. If you're in doubt of how many hours the intern already has, there's a document called the Field Experience Summary that you can ask the intern to show to you and find out how many are already accumulated. Most of them already have 120 hours. The intern will need to complete 6 projects. And you should collaborate with the intern on what these projects are because we want them to be meaningful to your school and also meaningful to the intern. If your school's going through accreditation, there are many projects that would be appropriate for this internship. But again, decide projects that would be meaningful to the school. Also, the projects need to align with the standards. There's 6 projects and 6 standards, but the projects may hit on several of these standards, but ensure that they do that. Another thing that must be accomplished is that each project must show that the project supports student achievement in some way, so there needs to be a rationale for that as well. When the intern develops the portfolio, for every project, there needs to be some type of evidence that's provided. This can be documents that the intern creates him or herself, or a document that's provided to the intern, or it can be a testimonial from you or someone that the intern has worked with. But the evidence needs to show that the intern is competent in the standard and that there's some type of rationale for student achievement. Now, every intern will be assigned a faculty representative from Liberty University, and you will be contacted by that faculty representative. Here's what the faculty representative is responsible for doing. They're responsible for contacting both you and the intern within the first week or so of the internship by email and or phone. Now, if this is a local internship near Liberty University, there will be a face-to-face visit scheduled at some point in the semester, but there still will be that email or phone call contact. Now, the faculty representative also facilitates the online course that I mentioned earlier, and will, at the end of the semester, assign the grade. The grade for the internship is decided mostly by the portfolio because the portfolio is competency-based and serves as evidence that the intern has met the standard. But also included in that grade is the input from the on-site supervisor. So your evaluations, you'll be doing 2 evaluations, and those will be considered in the grade for the internship itself. You'll be doing a midterm, a formative assessment, and an end of the term or summative assessment at the end. So, what will the on-site supervisor do? You will arrange classroom release time if necessary. Now, if the intern is already an assistant principal or in some type of a mid-management job, such as a content supervisor or a specialist, then it's possible that no release time is necessary. But most interns are classroom teachers. And our licensing agency has made it clear that completing an internship during lunchtime and planning periods is not acceptable. So we know that school administrators do much work before school, after school, and sometimes even on the weekends with board meetings, training sessions, and extracurricular activities. However, the licensure regulation says that a school administration's internship, those hours must, the majority of those hours must be during the school day while students are present. So over half of the internship hours must be during the school day while students are on campus. So if release time is necessary, what we recommend is that you consider taking an assistant principal and trading places with the classroom teacher 1 or 2 afternoons each week, and that should be sufficient time for the internship hours. We also need you to provide a copy of your state license to the intern, and the intern will submit that to the university. If you'd rather not provide a copy of the state license, some state departments of education provide an online record of teacher and school administration credentials. So if the intern can get online and find your just a record that you are credentialed in that, the intern can do a screenshot of that or print that out and submit that to us as well. But we do need to, for our records, show that this is a legitimate internship. You will guide the selection of projects, as we said, to make them meaningful to your school and also for the intern. And then you'll submit these 4 documents. The first is a stipend form. There is a token of our appreciation for your serving in this role, and you'll need to submit the stipend form at the beginning of the internship in order for us to process that. Then there are 2 assessments that you'll do of the intern. The preliminary assessment, which is midterm, and the final assessment at the end of the term. There are 4 ratings that you can give the intern for each of the standards. One is no evidence, and the other is developing. Now, at the preliminary assessment, which is formative, it's okay to have those 2 ratings because that just shows that between that moment and the end of the internship, the intern needs to provide evidence that he or she is competent in those areas. But on the final assessment, all the ratings must be in the upper 2 levels, which are proficient or advanced. That means that the standard has been met. At that point, at the end of the internship, if not all the standards are on those levels, proficient or advanced, the intern will not receive a license at that time. We'll need to negotiate what we do at that point for the intern to show competency in the standard. The last document you'll need to submit is a program evaluation, just so that you can let us know how we're doing here at Liberty University, what we can do to improve this process. So that's pretty much what you'll need to do on your end. Now, what does the intern do? The intern completes the correct total number of field experience hours, as we discussed, which is 320 cumulative, 120 that could be done early, and 200 during the internship, minimum 200. And they also submit evidence of competency in the standards via the portfolio. Now, this is a digital portfolio, but you and the intern can discuss what types of evidence can be uploaded into this portfolio. Again, it's standards-based, and the evidence needs to show that they are competent in the standards. We want you to be assured that there is a support team here at Liberty University to answer your questions if you need help. The faculty representative assigned to you will be contacting you with an email address, phone number, and this really is the best person to contact if you have a question. You can sometimes go through the intern if you'd like, and the intern can connect you with the right person. But we have someone called the Field Placement Coordinator, so if you have a question about this field experience itself, the field placement coordinator can help you. We also have someone who is the licensure coordinator, and this will help process the paperwork for the intern's licensure or certification. If you have questions about those, the faculty representative will be glad to connect you with that person. Now, if this internship is occurring outside of the state of Virginia, whatever your state requires for a state licensure exam will need to be completed. But for Virginia, we require the SLLA, the School Leadership Licensure Assessment, and the cut score for that is 163. As we said, whatever your state requires, if your state has a licensure exam, then the candidate does not have to take the SLLA outside of the state of Virginia. If you have other questions, please feel free to contact the faculty representative. You're also welcome to contact me. The intern will provide information to you to contact us. Again, we thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to invest in developing future leaders for our school. God bless you.